Hi there, it's Susan from SusanWinter.net. Thank you for joining me. I have a question from one of my viewers that's asking about sexual pace, attraction, how intense should the attraction be, what do you do about it? Okay, this is from Jelena Gavranovic, and she writes, Dear Susan, I've reached 50 and I'm shocked to find I'm extremely comfortable with my age. I've raised my children on my own, have a loving family, wonderful girlfriends, guy friends in my life. I've also been blessed on the looks scale. Now, here's my situation. Most all of the men that I meet or date send out a very strong signal that they want to take me to bed. I'm somewhat at a loss in finding the balance between taking time to get to know someone or the instant attraction, happened once, where it all went too quickly and after 3 months he said he wasn't ready to commit. Must attraction be there from the very beginning? And at what level? And there is the encapsulated issue with modern dating, right? So we've sped up the time period, whereas in former times, it took longer to get to know somebody. And nowadays, with open sexuality, you meet, you look, you like, and it's intense attraction. And of course, the instinct is to act on that right away. This is not a moral judgment on my part whatsoever. And I just want to say that this is more trying to address a question of somebody who really, it sounds like, would like to be in a relationship that has legs, takes root, and goes somewhere meaningful. Because there's nothing worse than a 3-month fling, because the sex got you there a lot more quickly than you knew who you were involved with, which actually this is like the honeymoon period, right? So after the honeymoon, the initial blush of that sexual attraction, the reality starts to settle in that you probably don't even like each other. Maybe Jelena, you didn't get a chance to know him, but he wasn't a person who wanted a relationship. And so here's the thing about pace. First, I'll talk about pace, and then I'll talk about the degree of attraction. So about pace, that depends on what you want. If you are looking for fun, it doesn't matter. Do understand, though, that as a human being, you may have some emotional repercussion that you didn't intend to because you just wanted to start something because it looked good to you. And you know what? Sometimes we get bitten by it. We didn't expect to, but it happens. So if you're going to do that, just understand that can happen. It's not a bad thing, just understand it can happen. So if you want a relationship, every day, every conversation, every bit of ground that you cover before you hit the sheets, honestly, it's like setting a foundation in a structure, in a house or an office. It's just better. And I know that it's so compelling to just get together with something that's so luscious and that attraction. But now to get to how intense it should be, okay, too hot, too soon is no good. No good for anything. Even for a fling, it's going to go crazy, haywire, way fast. Because that kind of insane, hot chemistry is normally signaling danger, danger, warning, warning. See, I have this argument with people a lot, and not everybody understands it, and I was so thrilled to read a couple scientists that agreed with me. I'm like, oh, good, this is great. So that butterfly, that feeling that you get when you see somebody, I've always thought it was excitement and terror. And people are like, no, it's just excitement, you want that. Yes, you want to be excited, but when I say terror, what I mean is there's a lot at stake. The excitement and the terror is the edge because it's not safe. You're out over the edge. That's why you feel the flutters. It's not a done deal. You're not secure. And that's the same thing as going on a stage. You know your lines, but anything could happen, right? So this feeling that you have when you're so excited and that sexual attraction that makes you want to jump right away, that's a hot flame. It does not last. It burns out very quickly. If you just want that ride, take it. But, listen, this is not moralistic because I know people, I've interviewed couples that Like, it was an older woman, she slept with a guy, first time she met him on vacation, thinking nothing will happen, and I'm interviewing them at the point that they've been together 12 years and married. It's not like it can't happen. It's just you are making it harder for yourself. Think of it this way. If you had a company and you were hiring somebody for a position that was important to you, you'd want to know a little bit about them. You'd want to take some time to think about what they are bringing to you, right? So the same is true when we get to know somebody. Too hot too soon is oftentimes a lot of things. Sexual chemistry is very confusing. People always have this argument about, oh, what is love? And I think what they're really saying is, what is sexual chemistry? Attraction. You know, you've got biologists saying one thing, psychologists saying another thing. It's a lot of imprint from childhood, from our history of origin, and the whole story with our dynamics in our family. There's a lot going on there that creates the Velcro that sexuality attracts to. And you can find somebody that's got those, kind of remnant figures of that stuff from early childhood that you don't even consciously see. You're just feeling the feelings. And it can pull you into something that, really doesn't have a future for you, is something probably you wanted to leave in your past. So just understand, as you're making these decisions, pace is important if you want longevity. If you want smoother sailing, take your time to have a person reveal themselves. Get to see them in a couple different situations. If you're going to go faster, just understand the ride is going to be faster, and the fall will be twice as hard, and it'll happen unexpectedly. Generally, that's how it tends to go. So thank you so much for this question. I do appreciate it. Susan Winter for SusanWinter.net. Continue to write me if you want to see a video. I answer the Q&A at the bottom of the contact page. There's the button, Q&A, video requests. And thank you for those of you that have reached out to me on Magnify. It's awesome to catch your call in the middle of the day. I love it. Answer your questions. And for those of you that are coming for consultation, thank you so much for entrusting me with your concerns and allowing me to help you get the life that you want and the romance that you want. Thanks a lot.